Hello. I was gonna say Steinscape, but we're not doing Steinscape. Sadly, um, the game's still a little borked as a treat. Yeah, let's go with that excuse. Um, but someone did make a digital version of Rainet Access Battlers, so set nickname. Can we let's channel our Ernest Ferris Nyan Nyan if I can type. There you go. We can be Ferris Nyan Nyan. Hey yo, thank you for your contribution, Spooky. I guess that means we're like only 200 away now. Which means my pinned message is irrelevant now. Fuck me. It'd be that way. I'll just unpin it. It's fine. But yes, we are going to experience the Rhino Access Battlers, I guess. Single player. Easy. Honestly, I already don't remember how this game works. I don't know. Well, I think this is probably a bad format, but this is okay, I guess. Line boost. Oh, it's a little broken, that's okay. Okay, I can move. I'll move my little guy here, sure. Move their little guy there. I'll move this little guy up. I don't know what's going on. You can be there, sure. Oh no, you're getting close. They're approaching. I really don't remember how this game works at all. Oh, I got one of their thingies. Nice. Damn it. I got one of their viruses too, though. Oh god. I don't know why that startled me. It did, though. Damn it. Well, I think I'm probably screwed here. We'll see what happens. Fuck. Okay, well. That went well. By well, I mean not at all. Okay. I'll have my thingies a little spread out like this as a treat. But this easy bot did not, like, take any of my things at all, so that's why I ended up losing. Cries. Well, I'm also as silly, which is why I lost as well. Aha. Aha. Okay, I'm getting smarter. Maybe. Damn it. Damn it. God damn it. Okay. No more risky plays. Which one is there? Links. Aha! I think the one they just moved is their virus. So... There's a virus check button. There is. Use virus checker? Yes. On that one. Aha! Well, I was right anyway. Oh fuck. Bye. I won! Yay! I don't think this is entertaining, is it? Maybe if I was smart. I'll move only my viruses and see what happens. Damn it. Aha. It's honestly more entertaining than you were expecting. You know what, that's fair. I don't think I could keep this up for very long, though, if I can be honest. Oh. Yes, I'll use virus checker on this guy. Aha! Good thing I didn't waste a turn collecting that guy. Oh, yay, I won! Yeah, super bare bones. What should we do when we get bored of this? Which I imagine is gonna be very soon. Damn it. Okay, I should have known that. Oh yeah, the children's card game that was invented from inside of Japanese literature. I mean, I do have Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't know if it works. Oops. Damn it. Ugh. Well, that was 50-50, I guess. But I do have Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know if it'll work. I can try. I'll do one more round of this and then I'll try Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh. Well. Well. Okay. I might be a little screwed as a treat. Gonna check if this one's a virus. Okay, it's not. Munch. I really am Paris? No, I'm not. Paris is really fucking smart when it comes to this. I am an idiot. I am made of the stupid. I won though. Yay. Okay, that's enough of that. Time to open Steam. Open. Oh, I'm gonna have to download Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I don't have it downloaded. That might fuck stream over. On purpose or not, I'm literally playing the same way that she does. I don't think so. I think you're just saying that to say that. Yeah, I don't feel like working the stream, so maybe some other time we could do Yu-Gi-Oh! God, I wish I thought about that sooner. I thought there was going to be more content, at least like reading a tutorial for Rainet though. Yeah, the only games I have installed for like my Windows games is Steins Gate, Later Bounded Phonogram, and Neptunia and Data Live, so the visual novel made a huge deal about how Paris' whole thing is going and super aggressive, almost losing the coming in clutch. Oh yeah, huh. I will say the only difference though is that she's probably very intentional about that and I'm just a dumbass. That was a very exciting 10 minutes of our lives though. Let's see. What other games do I have installed on my Mac side? I guess in the meantime I'll make a new thingy about the donathon. Pin. Message pinned. Hello, Nigiri. We're about to decide what to do. Because I played Rainet Access Battlers, you know, that silly little card game from Steins Gate, because someone made a digital version of it, but there isn't really much to it, so we are already done with that portion of the stream. But I guess this brings you in for a good opportunity to request Muse Dash if you so chose. Well, I guess that's officially funded. Shortly after I pinned the new message about. Okay. But yeah, okay, so we'll for sure be doing a summer donathon. I will have to figure out all the details and stuff for that. It'll probably be mid July at earliest. I want to properly plan things out better than last time and like actually market it so people will be present and whatnot. So that'll be a process, but it'll still be in summer. I can guarantee that much. Otherwise, it wouldn't be much of a summer donathon. With that, I will turn off. Nightbot's a little reminder about it though. Do. Not that. That one. Disable. You have served your purpose well. Little channel point challenge reminder. I really wish I thought about Yu-Gi-Oh earlier because I could have downloaded it, but I didn't. I could do Super Auto Pets. Oh, the Toho Missy Izakaya. We haven't done that in a while. Last played on November 18th. Oops. It was kind of fun though, encountering Toho beans. You don't know what that is, but yes. The Super Auto Pets or the Toho one? The Toho one was that one like really chill game where like you just got to make food for all the other Toho beans. Auto Pets. I did that at the end of Donathon actually. Last time, so I guess that would be appropriate. I have installed a game since I last went over all my games on Steam that one time trying to figure out what do. It is a visual novel. It's the KFC dating sim. Would you guys be interested in that? I was considering doing that yesterday, but then I felt like garbage yesterday. But that is an option, too. I'll probably throw up before KFC. What? It's a dating sim. You gotta date Colonel Sanders. I'll throw up a poll. I'm curious. I'm not surprised. I'll allow additional polls. Not polls, votes. I'm so smart. Actually, no, screw it. I'll just do that. You know what? Fuck it. I'll put the no. Yeah, I'll put the no spoilers tag. Fuck it. No spoilers, please. Thank you. The name of the game. Do it. I will. I just gotta do these behind the scenes stuff. Like, remember where the game is so I can open it after I update the stream info. Where did it go? I lost track of it. It's buried. There it is. Right. I love you, Colonel Sanders. A finger looking good dating simulator. It is like officially KFC and shit. God. It seems like no one else is currently streaming this game right now, so that makes me feel good about myself. I think you're looking good, yes. Oh, this is gonna be exciting. Okay, hit play. Launching. Back to OBS so you guys can see this silly little thing. Where are you? Where are you? This window, I guess. Oh, I see. It's okay. I think I know it. There you are. The game looks way too loud at what it was at. You guys let me know how the volume is and things. You guys should be able to see the game now, in theory. It is very loud, yeah. I have turned it down though, so hopefully that's better. What's in the settings? It's all borked. Well, this is also part of why I forgot it was like kind of borked. Well, I don't know what I'm selecting. We're only gonna get Wendy's. That's fair. I can't escape this. Yeah, the game's a little broken as a treat. There was a warning, it's like, oh, it's a 32-bit game, it might not run properly. But, you know. Okay, I found the way to exit that. That was weird. I guess we'll find out how broken it is, because I can't... I, in theory, can download things during stream, but we remember what happened the last time I tried that. That broke stream, so let's not break stream. Welcome, chef, and to your name. I'll just go QQ. Hello, Catman. We're playing a potentially broken game, which checks out. Chicken and biscuits, my. So far, so good. What's this? Oh, okay. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now! Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. This is very cursed. Smack that clock up and at him. Put the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. Can I cheese things and save real quick? No? Okay, throw the clock out the window. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. Game over. Already, you might not be cut out for this. You physically throw the clock out the window if that was your alarm clock. Fair. Understandable. Okay, let's try that again, though. Let's actually progress through this. It would be funny, though. It's just like, yep, that's the end of the game, guys. We just slept through the year. Yeah, wake up now. Smack that clock up and at him. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You'll need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, as a treat, thinking about the future. It is that KFC dating game. I'm so glad you actually know what this is. For better or worse. Shall we daydream or should we take this seriously, guys? Oh boy, indeed. Now you want some chicken? Fair. I have half a mind to like just pick the wrong answer all the time. Or some oh, Catman. Let's take it serious? Okay. You need to take this seriously. I better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed. Hair combed. I don't have a hairbrush. Pits deodorized. Nothing could stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, start out the door, and head off to class. Just what you need to get your blood flowing. Setting in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. I'm sure. She's delightful. I like that she has, like, a bow on her head. Or actually, her little hair ties are also bows. She needs more bows, if I can be honest. Good morning, QQ. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Not so sure about that, bestie, but sure. Actually, I'm... Because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay. A lot of nerves. What's the... It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since you were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you've been the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. Quicksand box? I see. But with University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. High stakes. Or I guess not stakes because this is chicken. Anyways, a sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. You do you, boo. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Change the subject to school gossip. Ooh, some tea. What do you guys think we should do? Pep talk or change the subject? I'm honestly fine for either or. Heh. Tears. Tea. Yes, tea. Gossip? Okay. Let's get the tea, boys. It's hard to see Miriam like this, and frankly, quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you tried to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer, you've been hearing rumors about a dreamy enigma mystery student who's enrolled at this school. Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now what about this mysterious student we read about on the school message board? Any new deeds? Oh, get this. I heard his name is Harland, and he's no ordinary student. They say he has powers. He's had them ever since he was born. From an egg. Egg. Okay. Is he a chicken? No judgment if he is, but is he a chicken? An egg? Like a chicken? Don't be ridiculous. I mean, technically we all come from eggs, it's just... don't hatch out of our eggs, you know? Be weird if we did. But that thing about having powers, it would line up with some of the other rumors I've heard. Like, I heard he once fought a bear with just his smile. You both sigh, thinking about a student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreamy. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom-engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. I feel like the heart cutout on the jacket might be a health safety code, but what do I know? Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. Leave my shins out of this. You leave QQ's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Yeah, that's what I said. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If everyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. No, leave me out of that, Miriam. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend. Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van Van. You rang. Oh dear. What is this? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. Uh-huh. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would even allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You think they would just hand us our diplomas now? Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy, I can read. You see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. That's nice. Oopsie. I think it's broken. Oh dear. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. No, you don't. Why is there a kid? Great question. There's a lot of questions. No answers yet, though. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Good for him, buddy. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess it's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm QQ, so... Are you gonna make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Bye, kid. It's just me, or is he kinda cute? No, he's not. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room. Why is there a photorealistic photo? Anyways, you stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium in the front of class. Adorable! I love that our teacher is a dog. Hi, Zombie. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How are you? I hope you're well. Now, quiet down, everyone. I don't know how to do a dog voice. Who's this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSALA. I wish they just gave me the whole name of the school again. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as the swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly, someone close the window. And then, he walks in. The star of the show. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. Is his given name Colonel? Maybe. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a Lot. And maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. You both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults and my inability to read? You take a moment to clean yourself up. I don't have a fucking choice, do I? It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Thoughts. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and gets sets some ground rules. Can't read still. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. The little paw pads are very distracting. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Why sporks? Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Not the interrupted monologue. And because KFC offers sporks is a very valid answer. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in the school with you as my teacher. You look very forgettable. Sorry, kid. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Caps lock. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. He turned to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Not questioning it. Clank. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom, and everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Sniff, sniff. Your diet is lacking, based on what I'm picking up here. You definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decided to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Rubber ball is not a treat. Beef treat or chicken snack? I think chicken snack is the only correct answer, but what do you guys think? I'll pick what you guys pick. Or whoever responds first. You know, the usual. Rubber ball? You really want to set me up for failure here, huh? Okay. Well, rubber ball it is. You reach beneath your apron and return with a rubber ball in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. You toss the ball and he bounds after it, grabbing it in his mouth and swinging it from side to side before dropping it. The thrill passes quickly. It's not clear if that endeared you to him or not. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to an amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey, QQ, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. 2 options, but which will you choose? We obviously have to sit next to Sanders, right? Like, sorry, bestie. Hot guy, right? That's what we're going here, right? I ask as if there's any actual option, but you know, I'm just waiting for you guys to say something. Bros before hoes, Q. Well, so Miriam then? But what if Miriam's the hoe? Just saying. You sure? Sure we should sit next to Miriam and not Sanders Sama? Please never say Sanders Sama ever again. Well, then you shouldn't have used it in a message, huh? Because it's right there, waiting for me to read it. As Sanders Sama. We're gonna sit next to him. You moved to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. Sure. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. It's punishment time. Wrong announcement. Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. Oh dear. This incredibly important and surprising short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Oh my. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. You guys better be prepared for your keyboards. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Meh, depends. Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. Doesn't matter at all. This is definitely a trick question. But I'm definitely leaving the decision up to you guys in chat. Like, I really don't know with this game if the trains actually matter or not. With the question of how important is it to wash your hands before cooking, specifically. Like, that's always important, but like, you know, what if train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A? Does that change anything? What do you think? It might be up to you, Spooky, because no one else is saying anything so far. I know you don't want to keep the spotlight to yourself, but, you know. The music is chill. Actually, I have no clue how long this game takes to beat. This might have been a mistake in that regard. I'm gonna check that. I'm like 90% sure the joke is the trains don't matter because of how word problems in math work sometimes. So true, bestie. But what option do we pick? We have 3 options. Meh, it depends. Extremely, looking at you, Pop, or doesn't matter at all. Oh, I should only take like 2 hours to complete this. Okay, we're fine. Extremely, you guys? Okay. Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. That's right. Oh, okay, that was the correct one. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather, night vision goggles, or just slam dunk. I feel like none of these are correct. But what do you guys think? Or maybe feather's correct and I'm just dumb. I think that's... yeah. I'll wait for someone to agree. Well, a tree is part of a forest, and a feather is part of a chicken. Yeah, okay, I realized that shortly after, so feather it is. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A meat tenderizer, totally. A comically oversized fork, another strong contender. Or a spork. Well, this is the second spork mention, so probably spork, right, guys? Meat tenderizer is definitely a good option, though. Did you mention that KFC offers sporks? Yes, you have, Spooky. So spork it is. That's right. Wow. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything, as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat. Straight up. A pancake that looks like a silly face. A pancake that looks like a silly face is honestly a pretty good option, but I don't think that's the correct answer. I feel like the game might be throwing us for a loop and cannibal meat is the correct answer, but I feel like maybe anything, as long as it's prepared with love, because it's a broken heart. Right? But of course not too much salt, because sodium is bad for heart health. I feel like this game has just, like, taken my inner Markiplier and has just thrown it out. Because I think I did watch Markiplier play this game when it was, like, new. But don't quote me on that. Could you imagine if in-universe camel meat is scientifically proven to mend broken hearts? That would be wild, and I honestly would not put it past this game. What do you think is truly the answer, though? What answer beckons to your heart, if you will? What seems to be the matter, QQ? My heart got broken. Alright, here's a prescription for camel meat. Camel meat? You sure? Okay. But if it's wrong, it's your fault. That's wrong. Oh, Sprinkles looks so mad. Is Sprinkles a good boy? No. Yes. He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He's the best boy. Well, that's the obvious answer, right? Right? I'll just go with yes. That's right. Yay. Your total score is 4 out of 5. Oh, thanks, Spooky. You have failed us with the camel meat. I hope you're proud. Only one wrong? Not too shabby. You might just do alright, kid. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. Or I can't read, though. Don't look at that, Mr. Sanders, sir. He nods with approval. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. You do remember being taught in school that the right answer in multiple choice tests tends to be the longer one / most syllabic. Interesting. Time for lunch. Oh boy, lunchtime. Wow, the cafeteria is nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. What kind of restaurants have you been to, sweetie? Because this looks like a hospital cafeteria. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? No. Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shush. It not only looks like a hospital cafeteria, it looks specifically like the cafeteria from Scrubs. Maybe. I don't remember that. I'll trust your word on that, Spooky. Maybe video editing self can pop up an image of that real quick fast, like right here, for only like a second. Split second. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. Why is he posed like that? You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realized that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any. I'll take his. Double checking if you're remembering the cafeteria set from Scrubs correctly, you discover that there is a Scrubs cafe over at UC Davis. Nice. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite, and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. I am trying so hard not to make an All-Stars reference because they already could have with amazing and then Uchu. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Do we swim toward the light? Savor the moment and everything that tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart, or focus our mind and meditate on the moment. Try and identify every flavor. What should we do? I'm feeling a little swim toward the lighty. But what do you guys think? I need Jeopardy music. Swim toward the light. There's a small chance it ends the visual novel early because the chicken was so good it kills you. And that would be hilarious. I agree. Let's swim toward the light. Let's puka puka. Somewhere, up ahead, a bright light beckons you. The flavors are so intense, you become wrapped up in them, unable to resist. You reach toward the light and grabs your hand and pulls you closer. Closer. Until your fingertip connects with the end of everything. You are forever lost in the land with a tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no QQ now. There's only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Game over. Yeah, that's about what I expected. There is no QQ now. Yeah, it actually happened. Let's try again. Oh, how far back is it taking me? It better not be taking me to the. Okay, thank God. It's gonna be like, it better not be taking me all the way to the very beginning again. That would have been so tragic. That would have been so sad because I couldn't have saved before making the decision. Like, here's our little bucket of chicken. There's resume, load settings, and title screen. There is no save. So I'm glad it didn't take us too far back. Oh. What a novel concept. Skip, 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 skip. We've been to this place before. The sounds. Ah yes, the bucket. It's amazing. Oh, Poke Raid, Poke Raid. Hello. Oh, I feel like it's been a while since Poke has raided me. How nice. Spooky is a raider from Bokeh. Hello? How many tabs do you have open of just stream, Spooky? Yeah, you are. That's what it says, raider from Blue Boke. You are highlighted on my end. But yes, hello. How's it going? I hope you had a good stream. Let me go ahead and give you a cute little shout out here. What were you up to? You were just doing marbles on stream. Nice. I hope you had fun with that. I hope everyone had a nice fun time. Let me give you the other form of shout out. You do have two sucky tabs open now. Why do you have 9 tabs open? Hello? Oh, your debut stream? Doing a whole stream marathon thing? Nice. So I take it you have a new model then? I'll have to pop in when I can. Maybe look at the VOD a little bit. That's exciting though. Because I people you follow are streaming. If I were to have a tab open for every single person that I follow that is live, I would have too many tabs open. And that would be a problem. But I appreciate your dedication to that, Spooky. A lot of glowy. Ooh, that's very exciting. Well, to those of you that have come with Boke and do not know me, my name is Saki, or even Q is acceptable. I consider myself a variety streamer still, but I do stream like 99% visual novels. This game is not an exception. Is QQ cool? Only if it's funny in the moments. Only 9 tabs. I do have a lot more than 9 tabs open, but Spooky has mentioned only 9 Twitch tabs. D&D DM though, oh boy. Did I say everything about myself? Did I introduce myself properly? I think so. I think that's all I really had to say. Yeah, I will say that normally Saturday is a Steins Gate slot, but the current Steins Gate game that we're playing is currently broken at the moment, and I'm waiting to hear back from support on that kind of stuff. So hopefully next Saturday we'll be back on Steins Gate. But for filler, we're doing the silly little KFC dating sim game. So here we are. To those of you who have come with Bo, can need to rest, have some eats or sleeps, or whatever you gotta do. Go ahead and do that. No pressure in staying. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to be part of this chickeny goodness. We are left off of a decision. We did just swim toward the light, and that erased our little cute existence. So our current options are to focus our mind and meditate on the moment, try and identify every flavor, or savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. You heard chicken. Hi, Relux. Welcome on in. You used to open a tab for each YouTube video in my subscribe feed that you were interested in, but keeping that open slowed down my videos, so I started using the queue feature and saving stuff to watch later. Fair enough, Spooky. But what shall we do? Focus our mind or savor the moment? Those are currently the main options, because swimming to the light did lead to death. You're getting Carl Jr. instead. Everyone is so freaking slow here. Oh no. Yeah, savor. Yep. Savor. I was wondering what happened to you, Nagiri. Should play Jeopardy music. There's a kitty at my feet. What do you think we should do, Tyrion? Should we savor the moment or focus our mind? I don't think it's gonna be able to pick. Dice say savor. Of course, you and your silly little dice. Well, let's do it. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Alone with the flavors, you feel something that that can only be described as love. I can't fucking read still. For a man, for a flavor, are they the same? Gotta say, I do like my men like I like my flavors. I can't speak though. I'm currently building a Ninja Dragon deck because the card pack gods decided to grace you and only you with 2 of the promo that makes the deck okay-ish. And when you asked around to get a play set, nobody else pulled one for like a month straight. Interesting. Also, kind of funny that you mentioned like card game stuff, because we actually did start the stream with playing a digital version of the card game in Steins Gate called Rainet Access Battlers. Like, we did that for a little bit, but there was like only so much substance in doing that, so it didn't last very long. Flavor, men, they're the same, right? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach him. Only one option. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Goodbye, silence. Colonel, I wonder if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that'll make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own I'd be willing to trade. It's just us. No 8 viewers. No 8 viewers actively in stream, just us. What's the rush? This semester is only getting started. We got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not gonna give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. Or does it? You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You got Moxie, I'll give you that. And we sound the same, because I can't think of better voices. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. He can't see the cameras. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I'll use. Censored. Could be anything. Could be cocaine. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Censored? Wow. You never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you get some if you searched. While you've wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared into thin air. You know, the normal. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Kind of surprised you aren't trying for a southern accent for Sanders, to be honest. Because that's not one of those things that I do on purpose. They just kind of happen sometimes. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say, the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Nag him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest, but thoughtful. These are all options. But what option should we option the most? I'll leave it up to you guys once again. This is honestly, unfortunately, making me want chicken. We do have chicken in the fridge that's thawed. I just don't feel like cooking it. Sriracha KFC, Sriracha KFC. So, an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Is that what you're suggesting we pick, Spooky? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Yes, okay. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up as I put a piece of candy in my mouth, because this is the life I live. You know, about that. I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. Putting a piece of candy in my mouth was a horrible idea. Why have I disgraced myself with this fate? You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds. Yeah, just minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe? And you think you can do better? This candy was a bad idea. Let me see if I can munch it. Ow. The candy was a horrible idea. I hate my life. I'm doing my best. It's a hard candy, so this might take a moment. Pending. Okay, so I know what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna put another piece of candy in my mouth for stream. That was stupid. Q becomes the inverse founder of Jollibee. Oh my god. Now I want Jollibee, I hate you. And there isn't anything you can do about it. I don't even know if Jollibee is open right now. Fuck you, Spooky. This is personal now. Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Heard of them? I found an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. You can't just toss new ingredients into my secret recipe and expect to improve it. You bet I can, buddy. A recipe is about balance and involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to. Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes, QQ. I'm headed back to class for the next lesson. Well, that didn't romance him up at all. That certainly didn't go as planned. You better head back inside. But wait a moment, so that Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step inside the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally, we gotta show our stuff. You didn't forget that I exist, right? You totally didn't forget, right? Wait a sec. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything. Except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Hello, cat, why are you there on my feet? Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. This dog does not have a consistent voice. I don't think anyone does, except from MC. I think Ashley has a somewhat maybe not. I'll shut up while I'm ahead. No one has a consistent voice. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Wanna be my partner? Sure, QQ, I'll prepare a station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep boop. Bleh. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Clank, right? Obviously. Duh. Like, there isn't another choice, right? Clank? Yeah, that's what I thought. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Please don't be a fire hazard. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bizzed. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and the panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're gonna keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. Ow. Well, that hiccup was personal. Jesus. Sorry. That hiccup took me out there. There's an F emote, Spooky. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. I'm not sure I do sprinkles, but that's okay. Which dish do you suggest to your partner? Colonel Sanders. Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy, you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your mother's mashed potatoes and gravy. No. Well, what should we do, fellow chatters? What will lead to our impending doom? Takoyaki does sound really good, yeah. I think I just want food at this point. Using octopus will blow his mind, probably, yeah. Fuck it. I was thinking of trying something exotic. Maybe a dish that incorporates octopus in some way? I'm more of a down-home type of chef myself. What about something that, go with me here, walks on land? An octopus can walk on land. Actually, there are certain species of octopus that do leave the water. For instance, have you heard of the Abdopus oculatus? It leaves the water to hunt for crab. An octopus that walks upright and hunts crabs? Now I've heard everything. The world is a truly marvelous place, isn't it? Octopus? Crab? It sounds like you're describing one of my signature dishes. Are you trying to steal my thunder? Boys, what's all the hostility? Has the competition been moved up to today? How dare you try and muscle in on my culinary territory? Nobody better touch a cephalopod without going through me first. Okay, Van the man. I think there's been a misunderstanding. Nobody's muscling in on any mollusks. We were simply discussing today's assignment. Did Ashley always have chicken legs on her leggings? I don't know. I generally do not know. You could cut the tension in here with a chef's knife, which makes sense because chef's knives are usually pretty sharp. Look, we were just talking. I'll happily step back from any and all seafood. You know what? I'm just gonna make mashed potatoes and gravy. I know my grandmother's recipe by heart. Keep the tentacles. You begin to peel and boil potatoes and try to extricate yourself from this thorny situation, but your new rivals aren't having it. I doubt that you even have the capabilities to work with ingredients so delicate. You should probably stick to microwavable dishes. Unlike my friend Van, though he may be the man, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worth admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might be a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel, deep down, that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. And if QQ and Van are so inclined to the sea, perhaps they should go there together. I hate that our names kind of go together. Maybe QQ was a bad idea. Ashley, are you suggesting I share the secrets of my special saltwater sauce with this novice? I'm disappointed in all of you. Ashley is really going at you hard. You can ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. I feel like both options are good options, but what do you think, chat? Miriam or bestie, or the hunk of hunks? Miriam. Okay. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend and need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them. I actually think that Ashley and Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust, via vim, my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're her loyal friend, but QQ is my partner for today's activity. Please don't start fighting, you two. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but is nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, at the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Impressive. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor, as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well, while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He is holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. How romantic. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. But Colonel... Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with the Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something. Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, QQ. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I has potatoes face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus and my silky salt water sauce, plated on a battle axe forged by my supreme chef's ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plates. Said an axe, but you know. No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. Bye-bye, Van. I don't feel so good. It killed him. Oh my, he turned into a sheet very fast. Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped in Pop's mouth. It was nice knowing you, Pops. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, and is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. Thanks for the report. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They're as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. You were a dog. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. He followed Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. As a treat, Colonel Sanders stands at the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, he reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders. Yes, QQ. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. Just like an anime villain. There's something I need to tell you first. No, geez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since I can read, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. And I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Okay, murderer. The spork monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open later, nerds. We will not let harm come to another student. Except for that ghost kid. I kinda dropped the ball on that. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me. Because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. Oh boy. What will you do? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack got really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Attack. You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love, baby. Cook with love does 1 damage. At this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utensil. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I guess I should defend them, right? You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You curl into a ball. I'm not cut out for this. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot Pie Power Pinch. Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spark Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spark Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy. Finish him. Or spare this wretched beast. What shall we do, chat? Will we continue the genocide run or go the pacifist route? Has KFC ever served pot pie? I don't know. I think maybe. I don't know. It sounds like something they would have. Yes. Yes, that they have served pot pie. Hello again, Catman. Should we forget mercy and finish him, or spare the wretched beast, by the way? Yes? I can't do both. Are you just gonna keep saying yes until it makes sense, Catman? I wouldn't put that past you at all. Yes? Okay. Spooky, decide the fate of the spork monster. Did I say spare? Guess we'll spare him. We're on the pacifist route. Let it live. Yeah, we're letting it live, Relix. You managed to tamp down your disgust at the sight of the gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. That sounds foreshadowy. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells, with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko? That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, the adrenaline rush, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? You have fries and your dog loves fries, so you have to pay the fry tax. So true, bestie. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster. Ugh. With the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like, like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a total sweet guy. Don't relate that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at school he didn't even go to, and it was also the convertible that he himself rode in front of the homecoming. Wait, what? Yeah, he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. I don't understand what you're saying, but sure, bestie. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? You think the convertible was shaped like his likeness or something? Like a parade float type deal? That does make more sense. We'll go with your version of the story. Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about to prove that your love is real. Well, if not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. Dots. More dots. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sandra's secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Cough, pipper, cough. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Make up a fake ingredient. Tell the ingredient he told us. What should we do, chat? Yo, bestie has drugs. Yeah, I don't have anything to say to that. Fake ingredient? Okay. Let's make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... What's the ingredient? It's been censored. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know. Sounds like some kind of witch's potion. But what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's gonna be him, isn't it? It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a haunts. Run to him. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. What shall we do, chats? Also, why do you think we have to steal the secret recipe, Nigiri? Why is he on a haunts? Why not? Stand back? Do you think we should also stand back, Nigiri? Let's get some more voices in here. Because the romance, so true. Run to and be a simp, Oko. You guys are not agreeing. Relix, are you still there? Can you help be a tiebreaker? But you might startle the haunts. You are so right, Spooky. We might startle the haunts. But what's the worst thing that could happen if we startle the haunts? We'd get kicked? That'd be funny. Stand back, horses can be dangerous. Okay. I'm sorry, Nigiri, but we'll have to stand back and admire his majestic glory from afar. Colonel Sanders' haunts is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short haunt stance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. I don't need Colonel Sanders to lose the ability to speak, thank you very much. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a hauntful beauty you have. What a hauntful beauty you Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, QQ just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. They just got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile. That's what to say. Situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. I honestly did not look at his face. Oops. That's okay. The me in the future that will be editing the video will have to take a moment to look. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Wait, so is Colonel our love interest? Is Bestie trying to steal our bae? No, Bestie's in love with the, Crank, I think was his name. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature. Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. What should we do? What should we do? That come back though? Yeah. Make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey. Looks like you're not interested. Okay. It's about time you finally got to say. Pretend to be disinterested will spill the tea on themselves? Probably. Hang on, I was started. Yes, act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Von mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if I had ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache? Sure. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Von, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secrets. You notice that they haven't been studying the book. They got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you've been interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class, and I think I have a sneeze coming up. Hang on. I'm fine. Sort of. Okay. Beep beep. Hi, Clink. Clink must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Von's meeting foot. Meaty. So meaty. Anyways. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz, well. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language. Not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Oh no. The crank is crying. Von jumps to attack Clink, but Clink shocks Von, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazy men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. His professor, but is also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. You try to give Sprinkles a pat on the head, but he snarls at you. Sorry, I got a little worked up if people try and pet me before I've had my morning coffee. Let that be a lesson to you. I think coffee is actually really bad for dogs, but I could be wrong. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson? Truly, you do. Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you came to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Okay, let's see what you guys said. A lick or two of coffee, or even soda or tea, typically isn't enough to cause poisoning in most pets. But if your dog ingests unused coffee grounds or beans or tea bags, it could cause serious toxicity. Nice. Your mom's dog has drank coffee with macadamia nut milk, and macadamia is really bad. A lot of things are bad for dogs. But yeah, that's... Ugh. I imagine the dog's fine though, despite that. Hopefully... When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, QQ. Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, or a dog biscuit? The dog biscuit would be funny. What do you guys think, though? What should we sample? What will be our Costco sample today? Dog biscuit, dog biscuit. Okay, yep, dog biscuit. Here we go. Dog biscuit. Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkle jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuits? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassments. I never even got to taste it. Is this the end? You fade into darkness, but something is there. The spork monster? Porco, what are you doing here? It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water or a shimmering pepper? What is that? It's the spork monster. You used to eat them when you were a child. I'm not surprised, Catman. A shimmering pepper? Okay. What do you got? What does the rest of the class think? I can speak. A glass of peppers? That would be unique. Porco, the spork monster. I'm seeing Sanders barred him the previous night. Okay, pepper it is. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, no. This guy? Again? I'm here to give you an important message. Whoa. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, it'll work through cough to fulfill cough the prophecy. Cough, cough. You must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. You come to and find everyone staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should have paid better attention. We all make mistakes. How sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. Oh, have a good sleep, Scoutman. Thank you so much for popping in and joining in on the fun. The level of the level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time or step up and tell them, "You're on. What shall we do?" Challenge them. You're on. Nigiri, do you have any input? Step up, you beat 'em up. Alright, stepping up, you're on. A bit of a lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Pan. I like your gumption, QQ. I'll be watching your performance. Oh, Senpai's watching. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Aru. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you feel like you can impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Oh dear, okay, I can't rely on you guys this time. It's always supposed to... What temperature does water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius. Because Celsius is how the water feels. That's right. But how would you ever gotten... How... Blah, 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 blah. You can't know how to read. But how would you have even gotten into this school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. 11 spices. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What's in mind offers the most flavor? The blah 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 blah. That's wrong, god damn it. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? How a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. That would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? Small town where dreams are born? That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Aru! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? The silence? That's right. When they taste, not silence, when they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, QQ. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think is about Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to... What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. I'm sorry. Grr. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. What do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, but what does that have to do with the crafty, spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? I think all of the options had to do with Colonel Sanders, or I'm blind and missed the third option. Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her own dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. Bleh. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Word. You might not have any hands, but a QQ does. And a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. Looks at my bread maker. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. You didn't turn it off first, did you, QQ? QQ, no! But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over, says the dog. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of QQ's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he walks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes so good and tells a story of excellence. I was gonna ask QQ to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you will find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop on a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nugget, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel, or put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. What shall we do? I know what I'll do. I wish I had more water. I'm almost done with my bottle of water. Okay, so much for almost done. I am done with my water. But what shall we do, chat? Internalize the rage or fight? Well, not really fight, but like, you know, internalize. Nigiri, you still there? If so, what's your input? You would say put yourself between, but just go with internalize. All right, internalizing the rage. Your rage burned so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. Relix. I'm a failure and I'm proud. Same though. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I can't... That's the best that word's gonna get. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you could see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork monster. Borko? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also wanted to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. I have procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef. I shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No. You should be protecting the innocent from those who could cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. QQ, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. There's a cock. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Coleslaw, maybe. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret, just for you? What should we do, chat? Reveal it or keep it a secret? Reveal? Yeah. What do the rest of y'all feel? Reveal the goods? Yeah, okay. We're revealing it then. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you could talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Give yourself a nice strong pat on the back, Spooky. You called it. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item and discover more about the Colonel. It's a point and click game all of a sudden now. Fuck yeah, baby. Let's look at the cock. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. A little note clipped on the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on it to learn more. What should we look at next? I don't know if we have limited or if we can look at everything. We looked at the cock, so that was the only thing that mattered. Oh, look, there's a camel in that one. The paintings are the pictures. The urn. Camel. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Okay, let's look at the urn next. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty. But when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. The door just opened. Oh, wait, we can look outside. Should we go in the door, though? That just opened. Colonel seems like a walking red flag. I don't know, man. He might be. He does have a red apron. Peep the other stuff first. Go into the door. But I don't know if the door will close, Spooky. Fine, let's look at the other stuff. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. See, as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? We can look outside. You gaze out the window, across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of a student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can you say I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Candle. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? No. It's one of the secret ingredients. It's censer. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Weird, but okay. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Perhaps the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded, am I right? The fucking beard on a baby, yeah. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looked a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. That's not what's in the image at all. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Into the door! You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off of its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. Let's say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual, until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. You tell him you're cold. You fess up and tell the truth. You decide that now is your moment and make a big move. What shall we do, class? Mac and cheese? I'm thinking it might be mac and cheese. I honestly thought the coleslaw was going to be mac and cheese, but it was coleslaw, so... Fuck him? Huh? That might be what the big move is, but big move? Do you agree, Nigiri? Should we do the big move? What is the big move? Who knows? Could be confessing. Could be fucking him. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it or fuck him. Okay, big move. Let's do it. Whoa, 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 whoa. This isn't that kind of game. Well, sorry, Spooky. Not that we blame you for trying. But still. Game over. His face. Try again. I wonder where it stops. You're right, but at what cost? Oh, fuck. No, why is it all the way back here? Spooky, what have you done? It's okay, it was still worth it. It's a spork monster. Man, we're gonna have to poke it. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna have to poke it all. Reveal it. He didn't like that. Yeah, it was a little too fast to try to get in his pants. Let's just poke at all the things again. Cock. Spooky did make us do a big move backwards. So true. Okay, so should we tell him that we're cold or fess up and tell the truth? That man hasn't earned, he sure do. Cold? Truth, I guess? Okay. Relix, you're gonna have to be the one that settles it. Truth. No cold, no truth. The truth got us last time. We'll fess up and tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I'm not sure that my big chicken dreams have left any room in my life for romance right now. No! Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, QQ. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Zzz. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Censor. In some jurisdictions, censor isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Should we take him down a peg or flatter him? Sanders isn't even the greatest gift to fried chicken. Beg him? No. Spooky, you need to stop. Yeah, I think Spooky is getting too into this. Never seen him so passionate before in this way. I think Spooky's down bad, Nigiri. I think we should flatter him, since that's the opposite of what Spooky suggested. You're never good. So true, bestie Sam. He loves the chicken. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear brings to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could it be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... Wait. Hang on, Spooky the fuck? Gotta get me that big ol' hot twunk cock chicken. But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the Saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd just been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. It's a typical first date after you take out life insurance on someone. So true, Relix. You what? Nothing happened. But the emotional connection, wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. I can read. Because, you know, his Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. How old do you want up right away? I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped too. Why don't you pick on someone your own... Oh, that's me. Hello. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that haunts that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, QQ. I skipped what you said. We'll never know. Oops. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you could go on cooking like that. Might as well give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? QQ, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food was received. That is a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, QQ. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, QQ. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. An attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you received yesterday and start flipping through the pages. QQ, no! Whoa, that's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I could think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered in arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says I'll erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it'll probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Can you do something else? Like, anything else not rooted in a dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic. But desperate times call for desperate measures. You got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Should we cast the forbidden spell, or don't do it after all? What shall we do? Cast it because it would be funny? I do agree, it would probably be pretty funny. Sure. You begin to recite the spell, but you stumble on the words. The only effect it seems to have is to make you forget what you were doing. Oh, right. After looking at the page again, it comes rushing back to you. You got on a memory erasing spell sitting in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Something about this moment feels very familiar. You're getting attacked by a cat? Oh no, it's okay, Nagiri. You didn't miss anything. Should we try casting the spell again? I want to see what happens. It might just be a loop, but I want to know for sure. This is better than what you were expecting. Fair. Same, honestly. I'm gonna cast it again and see what happens. You begin to recite the spell, but you stumble on the words, and the only effect it seems to have is make you forget what you were doing. Oh right, after looking at the page again, it comes rushing back to you. Okay, do it again. Yep, did it again. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. This is definitely feeling familiar, but not in a good way. Okay, let's don't do it after all. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose crunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach from some old homework to give him as a snack. Or dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. What shall we do? Give him a little homework snacky snack? Or wait to see what happens? Feed him homework. He will doubtlessly give you the shit for the stereotype and it'll be funny. So true, so true. Is all pretty mad and I haven't even read the first word. You reach into your backpack and grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles a sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for that outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My, QQ, were you studying something with cinnamon? Okay, unrelated. I have seen this, like, a couple of TikToks about, like, pancakes with, like, cinnamon sugar swirled in. And it just sounds so fucking good. So good. Anyways, I think I'm just hungry. Moving on. I've been sitting in on a lecture series about the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, QQ, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Are they breaking up? Oh my god. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. Where? But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Biz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Bzz. No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall. Sure, over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam TM trademark. I'm still waiting on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe. Sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of your final challenge. A test of will. A test of courage. A test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. QQ's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders himself. QQ, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Well, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You do usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it, like there's no sound at all. Fess up about your practice dish. What shall we ever do? Fess up. I hear Spooky typing off. Fess up. I feel like ignoring is asking the school to burn down. Asking to burn the school down. Yeah, that's fair. Daddy deserves to know. Hello? Why are you guys down mad for Mr. Sanders here? Fess up about your practice dish. Okay. You got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. Good to know. That's an oddly specific distance, but you expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was pot pie just from the smell? QQ. That's how things work. Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese, plus the pot pie you've been practicing, are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Von and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-their-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but is trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe registered fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley snoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clink gets in on it. $5 pressure point to chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clink learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You got a book on your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Cast a spell, or do it the hard way. What shall we do? Do not use the Polio Nomicon. Oh dear. Do it the hard way. Okay, let's do it the hard way then. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, QQ. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, QQ, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Wait, even ignoring the easy versus hard way lesson from earlier, last thing we need is chicken-based zombies. So true. I'm not reading your last message, Nigiri. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many, and we have both had our voices crack. Funny coincidence, we all sound the same. Anyway, I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the spork monster notices that you got a grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top shelf, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics class and then I woke up. You toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck! Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep within yourself, or give up and drop out of culinary school. What shall we do? Giving up sounds funny, but I fear having to speed through all of this again. Honestly, I agree. Sorry for the pause. I don't know if my mic picked up all the loud car sounds from outside, but that was distracting. But yes, we shall summon extra power from deep down within ourselves. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, QQ, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear QQ. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanderson folds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting, if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hehehe, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop, hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess. Did Von do something to do with... Did Von have something to do with this? Would someone ask for a wedgie? Who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Glank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow you must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that one out later. Well, there's only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow. 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from the baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, QQ, for helping me believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and axe-honed urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is my kind of brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkling's in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkle goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It kept poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of noodles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Von does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rose water syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, QQ? I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition. At a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it. I did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I would go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. Thoughts? I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You're disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley. She finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best. But this time, without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. Two chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl, and I want this so fucking bad, but I am definitely just hungry. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blown me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive even the Von and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could it be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return from one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive, high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Doc is in the house. Ow. There you go. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Von and Ashley tell everyone they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone's together... It's the spork monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the spork monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name. Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone's too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown. Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, but we had a mail directly to your father. We figured it was the least you could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we got a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Well, he's still only doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not just enough to give them a bucket of chicken. It's time for a full... this time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of Chicken and Man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Who knows? Question mark? No, it's not the end. Damn. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. QQ, what are you doing sitting all alone? No, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. No wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Not the top of my head. No, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Did I was that QQ? Who knows? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, QQ. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear QQ, I'm sure you will find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. The fake out ending was a better ending, not gonna lie. But, yeah, that was a game. The end. I'm just hungry. Well, alright indeed. Interesting. I am now safe to put a piece of candy in my mouth. So I'm going to, because I'm hungry. But yeah, that was the game. Cool. That was exciting, to put it lightly. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. It's not even midnight, not yet. We are close. We are close. My throat hurts. Anyone else streaming this? I don't think so. Yeah, nope. That's okay. This is the weirdest road line yet. Hmm. Yeah, no one's streaming KFC right now. Options. I think I'm gonna go ahead and raid Astronomy CH. They are currently streaming The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the new fancy special game. Truly, it's absurd that no one is playing the joke game made as an advertisement from 4 years ago. You really would have thought this would be more evergreen. I will say, like, when I was seeing if anyone else happened to be live, that there are, like, videos of people playing it from, like, recently-ish. So, the odds are low of people streaming it together like me and pretty much any other game I play. Astronomy. Yeah, we'll be rating Astronomy CH. Once again, they are doing some Zeldas as a treat. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful misadventure. Since we couldn't do our regularly scheduled Steins Gate, once again, really hope we can do that next week. Data Live is working, so we can do Data Live tomorrow, like regularly scheduled at least. And yeah, until then, bye bye.